Good morning. I feel lazy today. This is the first day I don't feel like getting up right away. Going. Got some good blisters, and yesterday in the rain was tough on my feet, so I kind of just want to lay here for a little bit. Let my feet stay off the ground. Anyway, be interesting to see how the next couple of days go, the next 2 or 3 days. I really have no idea what to expect. It could go a couple of different ways. My feet, obviously, could slow me down. I also have a big section coming up without water for 27 miles. So we'll have to see. I may have to hike way off the path to get water if my hiking doesn't go fast. And one of the reasons it might not go fast is because there's also a big section through there where they say that the trail is not maintained. It's the worst section of the trail. And I can't imagine it being worse than what I've already gone through. So, it's possible I could only do, 10 miles a day because of that. And if so, then I'll run out of water. I'll have to trek off to the side to get water, and that'll delay me even more. Or it could not be that bad, and I go right through, and I don't have to get water, and I do, 15, 16 miles a day. So that'll all depend. That will all determine where I end up my hike at. Whether I can get all the way to the little town of Story, where the Bluebell Cafe is at, which is what I want to do, or whether I only get to Brushy Creek, which should be pretty easy. If I only did 10 miles a day, actually 9 miles a day, I would make it to Brushy Creek by the end. So when I say Brushy Creek, it's Brushy Creek Recreation Site, I think is what they call it. So anyway, I'll end up at one of those two places, and we'll just have to see over the next few days what it ends up being. All right, I'm going to lay here a while longer until I get the motivation to get out of bed. Hello, I'm definitely getting a later start this morning than I have previous mornings, but it was nice to kind of get all my clothes that were still a little damp together, pin them to the back of my pack, reorganize a few things, anyway. So here I go. It's a nice brisk morning, colder than I expected it to be, but I'm still wearing my short sleeves. It's very typical in the morning when it's cooler to put on warm clothes and get hiking, and then 30 minutes later you're sweating and you have to stop and take everything off. So as is usually the case, I'm sure in 30 minutes I'll be all warmed up and everything will be good. You notice I'm wearing a little different something this morning. This is an old knit shirt that kind of got worn out, and I just cut the collar and everything off, and it's a blaze orange color, which is what you're supposed to be wearing during hunting season. So I forgot to mention it yesterday, but I was hiking along, and all of a sudden I heard kind of a buzz, like a buzz type sound a couple of times. Hard to replicate with your voice, but and then I stopped for a second to see what I thought it might be, and all of a sudden deer came running out in front of me. So what I think is I probably heard a couple of hunters shooting arrows, heard their bows let loose, that buzz sound. And so I figured I better put this on. I don't think they're even supposed to be hunting in this area, but regardless, might as well be safe. What else? I guess the last thing is I'm running out of battery on my phone. Didn't get to charge as much at Wilhelmina yesterday as I thought I might be able to, and one of my battery packs is messing up, and I charged it a bunch and it didn't give me much. It gave me about 50% charge on one charge on the phone. So I'm gonna have to start trying to make my videos a little shorter, and I'm sure some of you are cheering for that. Wow, that is a weird tree. See that back there, how that busted up? Yeah, so I'm gonna turn my phone off, probably just turn it on a couple of times today just to get things that are important. Hopefully I won't miss, a bear sighting or something because of that. We'll see. All right, I'm out. Final water source right back there behind me for This will be my final water source for 27 miles. There wasn't a lot coming out there, so I made a little thing with a leaf and a stick and a couple of rocks. Got a spout going, and that is my water right there. It's going to last me hopefully for 27 miles. That is 13 pounds of water, so that's going to not be fun to carry, but you got to do what you got to do. I'm going to go up the hill here. There's a road shortly, half mile. I'm going to stop and eat whatever I have in my pack, and I'm going to get ready to go. This morning was crazy, just traipsing through the middle of nowhere, you know, hardly a trail at all. But that's kind of what this trail's been like. So I'm getting used to it, having fun, feeling good. My feet feel great today. I don't know why. Amazing. So pack up this water, get moving. I'll see you guys when I get to camp tonight. I've been hiking for about 3/4 of a mile with this heavier pack on, maybe a mile now, and it is noticeably heavier. Finding it much more difficult to hike upright, so I'm leaning forward a little bit. I can tell a lot more of the weight is on the balls of my feet, which means it's going to start giving me blisters. I already have a couple of blisters, but I can feel them now. Couldn't feel them earlier. So I've got to remember to hike upright and just try to use more of my musculature to support this. Otherwise, I'll only make it 2 or 3 miles and I'll be stopping. I don't know if you can tell, I'm hiking on this forest road. This old forest road. I saw before I left to come on this hike, saw online some information about up here a ways how it's kind of hard to find the trail. The trail leaves the forest road to the right, then comes back on about a half mile later. And I didn't really know what that meant. Well, now I know what it means. A short while back, I've crossed US 71, a major highway. I was at Foran Gap, Foran, Foran. And immediately when I crossed the highway, I got onto this old forest road, and I've been on it now for, you know, like I said, around 3/4 of a mile. So I guess I'm gonna hike on it for at least a few miles. I don't know, at least probably 2 or 3. Spider webs. So that's kind of nice. Normally it might be a little boring, but this is a great respite from all the bushwhacking I've had to do trying to get through the forest. So I'll do this for a few miles and see where it takes me. I think, the way I feel, I think I'm going to be able to get my 15, 16, 17 miles in today, which means I can get through this dry section in 2 days. By tomorrow night, hopefully I'll hit the next reliable water, so I won't have to spend 2 nights out here. But we'll see. I had to do a little bit of clearing, but got myself a nice little campsite for the night. And ready to eat. Do a little work on my feet. And get to bed. I did my 15 miles today, so I'm still on track to hit Story, Arkansas in a few days. It's a good day. I hope it's a good night.